When I first started doing the Rubik's Cube, I found that the instructions on YouTube were done too quickly and it was hard to keep up. So this is going to be very slow and very gentle for people who can't think as fast as those people who do it on YouTube. Before we start, I've just got to point out a few things. When algorithms are used, there are letters given to the different sides of the cube. Quite obviously, R is for the right hand side, L is for the left hand side, U is for upper, F is for front, and right at the end there'll be a B, which is for bottom. But we'll come to that later. Also, when we come to algorithms, if there is an apostrophe next to the letter, it means that that side or layer must be turned anti-clockwise. Let's say, for example, there's an algorithm which has R, U, R with an apostrophe. That means R, right, is turned clockwise or screwed into the cube. U is turned clockwise, in other words, screwed into the cube. And then R with an apostrophe means you turn the right-hand side anti-clockwise, in other words, unscrewing it from the cube. But when we get to the algorithms, I'll go through that again and remind you, and we'll take it nice, slow and gentle. Okay, here we go. We're going to first of all solve the top layer, then the middle, and finally the bottom layer. And what you need to do is to find the white center piece. Where is it? There it is. There's the white centerpiece. That is the top of your cube. We're going to deal with this at the top of your cube. I think it's wise to suggest now that when you're searching and moving the cube, try to keep the perspective by keeping the white, the top, facing upwards. And then if you want to look to the side, you can turn it around like that. If you want to look underneath and turn it back up again. You'll find that if you start turning the cube backwards and forwards, up and down, you'll confuse yourself. Your brain will go into overdrive. So keep the white on the top like that and try and hold the cube in an upright position. Now, what we need to do is to form a white cross on the top. A cross of whites, like that. And the corresponding colours lined up with the centre block underneath, the centre colour underneath. So if that was a white, that would need to be a blue to line up with that. If that was a white, that would need to be an orange to line up with that. But I'll show you how to do that, and it's reasonably simple. Now, look at your cube and find a middle white. A middle. Don't worry about the corners. We're not interested in the corners yet. It's got to be a middle piece with white in it. There's one. It's on the bottom layer. Okay. The other colour attached to it is orange. We're going to deal with this one first. And what we need to do is to maneuver that white so that it is underneath under there. And the way to do that is to turn that front face. There, the white's going up. See it going up? And we need to get it underneath the cube. So we turn that side down. Look at the white going down underneath. There we are. The white is underneath. The adjoining colour is orange. There it is, orange and white. What you need to do now is to turn the bottom layer so that that colour, in this case it's orange, lines up with the corresponding centre colour, in this case orange. So it's orange and orange. The white is still underneath. Now turn that face. The oranges are moving. Look at the white. The white is moving up 180 degrees. The white is now on the top, and the orange and orange are still lined up. Perfect. That's the first bit of our white cross. Let's look for another white. Here's one, a white middle piece. White and red. We want to get that white underneath. The way to do that is to turn that side. Look at the white going down underneath. See it going underneath. Here's our top. The white is now underneath. The adjoining colour is red. So we now turn the bottom layer so that it lines up with the red. There we go. Red, red, and the white is still underneath. Hold the cube uppermost, like that. Now turn this 180 degrees. Look at the white. The white is moving up to the top. And we've got white, white, red, red. That's a second piece in our white cross. We're doing well. Here we have another white. It's on the side. We need to get that underneath. So turn the side so that white is going underneath. There it is, underneath. Oh, we don't have to line it up because it's already lined up with the green. Otherwise we would have had to maneuver that so that the greens line up. But they're already lined up. White's underneath. And we now need to get that white to the top. So we turn that face. There goes the white. It's going up to the top. See? It's now at the top. And we've got white, white, green, green. We've still got white, white, red, red, and white, white, orange, orange. That's 3 parts of the cross. One more to go. There it is. There's the middle piece, and the adjoining colour is blue. Remember, we've got to get that underneath. And the way to do that is to turn it sideways like that. You can do it that way or you can do it the other way. It doesn't really matter. You can turn it that way or that way. And then turn the side that it's on, this side, downwards. There it goes. It's going underneath. Look. See, it's going underneath. There it goes. It's now underneath. Now, pay attention to this. Remember, it was there. It was there, and we turned it that way. The small problem we face is that when we turn it like that, look what's happening to the white, white, red, red situation. It's knocking that out of kilter. So what you need to do, if you're knocking that out of position, is to do the maneuver, turn it round so that the white is underneath. And look where the white, red, red is. It's on the side now. You then need to get that white and blue well out of the way. I would suggest you turn it twice. Get it well out of the way. It's now at the back here. The white and red, red is still in the wrong position, but we can now just return it to where it was. White, white, red, red. Okay? Always be wary. Oh look, I've done it again here without knowing. See, I'm not listening to myself. Always be wary of these completed white, white, red, green, green, or the completed ones. If you turn aside, make sure that you're not upsetting that. If you do, maneuver your piece underneath, there it is, but put that back into position. Just be very wary of that. Well, we've now got the white underneath. We've got a blue there, so we need to turn the bottom layer so that those two colours line up. We've still got the white underneath, blue, blue. And on top, we've got white, white, orange, orange, green, green, and we rectified the knocking it out of position red, and that is now in position. We've now got white underneath, blue, blue. Now turn this 180 degrees. There goes the white, it's going to the top. There it is. White, white, blue, blue. White, white, orange, orange. White, white, green, green. White, white, red, red. That's the first step. What we need to do now is to sort out the corners. And we want whites on top in all these corners, but the side colours must match, be in the right corner to match the centres there. So although that's white on top, that should be orange, that side should be orange to match that, and that side should be green to match that. That's obviously in the wrong corner. Right. To solve this problem, what we do is we look for whites, like that one, on the bottom layer, this bottom layer. It'll have two colours attached to it. A green, and an orange. Well, that's in the correct corner. That's in the green and orange corner down here. So that doesn't need to be moved. It is in the correct green and orange corner. We have the white facing us on the green side. the secondary colour is orange. Remember, we've got green and orange. The secondary colour is orange, which is there on that side, on the left side. What we need to do, therefore, is to turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour. That's the secondary colour, the orange. Turn that away from the secondary colour. Turn down the side of the secondary colour. Now, return the bottom layer to where it was and return the side back to where it was. Now you'll see we've got the white on the top, we've got the green and green matching, and we've got the orange and the orange matching. That is in the correct position. Okay? Let's now find another white. There's one. White with the two colours orange and blue. Well, at the moment it's in the orange and green corner. So what we do therefore is to turn the bottom layer so that it is in the orange and blue corner. This is the orange and blue corner here. Turn the cube so that the white is facing towards you. It's on the blue side. So the secondary colour is orange. Orange, that's the orange side. Again, what we do is we turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour. The secondary colour is orange. We turn down the side of the secondary colour, like that. Now we return the bottom layer to where it was, and then we return the side layer to where it was. Back up. And look at this, we've got the white on top, we've got the blue, and the orange and orange. So that is now in the correct position. Let's find another white corner. There's one there. We have to get that onto the bottom layer somewhere to start working with it. And the way to do that is to turn the front so that that will end up on the bottom layer. But now, be careful here. When you turn that, you are putting that out of sync. You see, you've got white, white, red, red. If you turn that, you're knocking that out of sync. So it's got to be returned at some stage, which is now. You put that to the bottom, the white at the bottom. Now, move it out of harm's way, right out of the way. And then you can return the front so that the whites and the two reds are in the correct position. And we can now work with this white, which we moved down to the bottom layer. It has got green and red, so we need to turn it to the green and red corner. Green and red, so it's in the green and red corner here. White is facing on the green side. We're on the green side and white is facing us. So the secondary colour is the red. Again, what we do is we turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour, away from the red. Now we turn down the side of the secondary colour, which is red. We turn down the side of the secondary colour. And then we return the bottom to where it was, and we return the side to where it was. And look at that. We've now got white on the top, green and green, and red. It looks like we've only got one more to sort out, this corner here. Let's look for a white on the bottom layer. There it is. Blue and red. So let's move it to the blue and red corner. There it is. There's blue, there's red. It's now in the blue and red corner. The white is facing us on the red side, so the secondary colour is blue. Again, we're going to turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour, which is the blue, and now turn down the side of the secondary colour, like that. Now return the bottom layer to where it was, and return the side to where it was. And we have white, red, red, blue, blue. And in fact, you can look now that all the top is white, all those are red, all those are green, all those are orange, and all those are blue. So the top layer is now done. First step. Second step now is to solve the middle layer, so that those are all red, those are all green, those are all orange, and those are all blue. And to do this, we look to the center pieces in the bottom layer and find ones that don't have a yellow in it. Here we have red and blue. Great. Red and yellow. So we can't use that at the moment. Green and orange. That's good. We can use that. And then yellow and orange. That's not good. But we'll sort it out, don't worry. Let's go to the first one that has no yellow. And this is red and blue. Face it towards you. Now turn the bottom layer so that that red is aligned with the center red. There we are. That red is now aligned with the center red. The secondary colour is blue. There it is. There's the blue. The blue is on this side. Blue is the secondary colour, and this is the secondary colour side, blue. What we do now is we turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour and then turn down the side of the secondary colour. That's the blue. Okay? Now, return the bottom layer to where it was, and then return the side to where it was. Ah, you say, that white has been knocked out of position. But don't worry, because we know how to get it back up there. We did it before when we were solving the top. We've got to get it into the blue and red corner. Well, it's already in the blue and red corner, so it's in the correct corner. We've got the white facing us on the blue side. The secondary colour, therefore, is red. We're now going to turn the white away from the secondary colour, the red, then turn down the side of the secondary colour. Now return the bottom to where it was and return the side to where it was. That is back in position. White on top, red and blue. But more importantly, the red and blue middle block is in the correct position. Look at it, blue, blue, red, red. That's the first one. Let's find another one. Here's another one. A green and orange. No yellows there. Now turn the bottom layer so that that green lines up with the center green. There we go. That's lined up. The secondary color is orange. Orange is on this side. There's orange there. The secondary color orange is on this side. So again, we turn the bottom layer away from the secondary color. Then we turn down the side of the secondary color. Now, return the bottom to where it was, and then return the side to where it was. Ah, I hear you say the white is out of position. But we know how to sort that out. It's orange and green, and it's in the orange and green corner. So we have the white facing us on the orange side. The secondary color is green. Now turn the bottom layer away from the secondary color, away from the green. Turn down the side of the secondary color. Now return the bottom to where it was and return the side to where it was. That's back in position. But more importantly, the orange and green corner is in the correct place. We're doing well. Let's find another one with no yellow in it. There's one. Orange and blue. We now turn the bottom layer so that the orange lines up with that orange. The secondary color is blue. Blue is on that side. So our secondary color is blue, and this is the secondary color side. Again, turn the bottom layer away from the secondary color, the blue. Turn down the side of the secondary color. Now return the bottom layer to where it was and return the side to where it was. Oh, here we go again. The white is out of position. But blue and orange, and it's in the blue and orange corner. So it's in the correct corner. Get the white to face you. It's on the blue side. So the secondary color is orange. This is the secondary color side. Again, turn the bottom layer away from the secondary color. Turn down the side of the secondary color. Now return the bottom to where it was and return the side to where it was. The white is back in position, blue, blue, orange, orange, and more importantly, the blue and orange is in the correct position. Well, it looks like we're getting there. Look at those, all blue, those are all orange. Oh, that's a bit cockeyed there, isn't it? That's the one that's cockeyed. Green and red. Here we are. This is the green and red centerpiece. It's already lined up with the red. The secondary colour is green, which is on that side. Again, what we do is we turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour, which is green. Turn it away from the secondary colour, which is green. Turn down the side of the secondary colour. Return the bottom layer to where it was, and then return the side to where it was. You say, the white is out of position. Well, we've done this so many times, we know how to do this now. It's in the correct corner, green and red, green and red. Face the white towards yourself. Secondary colour is red here. Turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour, the red. Turn down the side of the secondary colour. Now return the bottom to where it was and return the side to where it was. Let's look at this now. We have green and green, orange and orange, blue and blue, red and red. The top two layers are in the correct position. I'm just going to show you one problem that may occur when you're sorting out this middle layer. You may get a situation like this, where you're looking for colours only, not yellows, down in the bottom layer, but you get to a position where there are only middle ones with yellows. So there's a yellow and blue, there's a yellow and orange, there's a yellow and green, and there's a yellow and red. And we can't actually use those whilst they're in those positions. The problem is that particular piece there. That's turned the wrong way around. Remember, we can only use colours without yellow or blocks without yellow on the bottom layer. So therefore we need to get that onto the bottom layer so we can use it. The way to go about that is to get the one that's in the wrong position facing towards you. And we're going to put that one, that yellow and orange one, into that position. And what will happen is it will automatically knock that back down onto the bottom layer. Then we can use it. The way to do that is to put that there, is to say, pretend that that is green and red. We turn it away from the right hand side, turn down the right hand side. Now return the bottom to where it was and return the side to where it was. Again, the white is on the bottom layer, out of place, but it's in the correct corner. It's in the orange and red corner. So get the white facing outwards. Turn it away from, it's on the red side, turn it away from the secondary colour side, the orange. Turn down the side of the secondary colour, which is green. Return the bottom layer to where it was and return the side layer to where it was. Now what you'll see is that that yellow that was down on the bottom is there, but more importantly, we've got a green and a red on the bottom layer, which we can now use. And we use that by doing as we did before, turning it so that it is lined up with the green there. Secondary colour is red, which is on that side. We therefore turn the bottom layer away from the secondary colour, away from the red, turn down the side of the secondary colour, and then return the bottom layer and return the side layer. You say, yep, the white's out of position, but it's in the correct corner. It's green and red. It's in the green and red corner there. So as we've done so many times before, we turn, this is the secondary color, the green, turn the white away, the bottom layer away from the green, secondary color, turn down the side of the secondary color, return the bottom layer, and return the side. Now look what's happened. That red and green has gone into the correct position. We've got all greens, all orange, all blue, and all red. Second layer is done. I hope you've achieved that as well. Now what we do is we turn the cube upside down. So this is now the upper. Okay. Now when you get to this situation, it's very unlikely that you will ever have yellows in the same position. Every time you do it, the yellows will be in a different position, different position. What we want to do now is to create a cross of yellows. That is the object of the next part of this video. There are three, how can I say, options of the yellow layout that we're interested in. The first is 3 yellows in a row, either yellow, 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 or yellow, yellow, yellow. If they are vertical, if that's yellow, 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 turn it so that it's horizontal, yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay? Just the top, just turn the top. So again, if there are 3 yellows and they are vertical, just turn it so that they are horizontal. If you are in that position now yourself, the next thing we're going to do is the first algorithm. But just wait, please just wait until I've explained for other people who haven't got 3 in a row. Another option is to have the yellows in a 9 o'clock position. And when I mean 9 o'clock, I mean like this, 9 o'clock. Okay? Now you may end up with it like this. You can turn the top, turn it so that it is in the 9 o'clock position. If you are able to do that now, do it and wait, because you are going to do the first algorithm as well. So just hang fire. The other option is if you haven't got 3 in a row, or you haven't got a 9 o'clock, if you've got yellows all over the place, it doesn't matter. Don't turn anything, you don't have to, because you are now going to do the first algorithm. And if you have a pencil and a piece of paper, I suggest you write down this algorithm, so that when you come to solve the cube again. You don't have to keep looking at the video to see what the algorithm is. And the algorithm is FRU, all clockwise, RUF, all anti-clockwise, fru rough, that's what I call it, fru rough. FRU, they are all clockwise movements, as though you're screwing into the cube. And the RUF, you'll see the apostrophe, those are all anti-clockwise, as though you are unscrewing from the cube. What we do now is to apply that algorithm. FRU, here we go. F, front, R, right, and U, upper. Now the rough, anti-clockwise. R, anti-clockwise, U, anti-clockwise, and F, anti-clockwise. It is, well, you can see it's possible for you to have 3 yellows in a horizontal position. If you have a yellow cross, which is unlikely at this stage, if you have a yellow cross, hang fire and wait until we've got a yellow cross. If you've got anything other than a yellow cross, like we have, we just have the horizontal 3s, we're going to do that algorithm again. So it's F clockwise, R clockwise, and U clockwise, and then rough, all anti-clockwise. So it's R anti-clockwise, U anti-clockwise, and F anti-clockwise. Way hey, look what we have. We have a yellow cross. Please don't worry about corners at the moment. Don't worry. We're talking just about the cross in the center. We have a yellow cross. If you haven't, carry on doing that algorithm, the fru rough algorithm, until you have a yellow cross. You will get one, believe me. Carry on doing it until you get a yellow cross. Now what we need to do, once you've got the yellow cross, is you need to try and line up the center colors as best you can. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. And that's wrong. But you can turn the top layer whichever way you want to try and get as many center colors correctly as possible. And I can tell you that you'll only get 2. So let's turn the top layer and see what we can do. Turn it once. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. Hey up, that's right. And that's wrong. Well, that's not much good, is it? Let's try again and see if we can get better than just the one side. Turn the top layer again. Now we've got 1 there. That's correct. 1. Up. 2. Those are correct. 2. 2. Okay. You will be very lucky if you get all 4 lined up. If you get all 4 lined up, wait until we've finished, until we have got all 4 lined up, and we go on to the next algorithm. But here we have 2 lined up, the orange and the blue. These others aren't. Now listen to this carefully. If you have two colours lined up adjacent to each other, turn the cube so that the one correct colour is on the right and the other correct colour is on the rear. Correct to the right and correct to the rear. If you have two colours correct but they are opposite each other, so if that was orange all correct and those were red all correct, you must turn the cube so that the correct one is at the front and the other correct one is at the rear. Okay? If you only have two that are correct and which are opposite each other, have one at the front facing you and the other one at the rear. Remember that. But luckily, we have, well, I say luckily, it doesn't really matter. We have two correct colours adjacent to each other, so we have one on the right and one on the rear. And we now do the second algorithm. This is a little bit longer, but it's not difficult to remember, and I suggest that you write this down as well. And this algorithm is R, U, R, anti-clockwise, U, R, U2, which means you turn U, the upper, twice, and then R, anti-clockwise. And I remember it. I find it easier to remember it if I break it up by saying R, U, R, U, R, U2, R. Just remember where the anti-clockwise ones are. So let's apply that algorithm now. It's R clockwise, U clockwise, R anti-clockwise, and then U, R, now U2, 1, 2, and R anti-clockwise. We've still got the yellow cross. Now we're going to try and line up these. We can turn this again to see if we can line them up. There you go. The red's lined up. The blue's lined up. The orange is lined up. And the green is lined up. If all four of yours didn't line up, just carry on doing that algorithm and they will eventually line up like that, probably the next time you do it. If you had the situation of the correct colours front and rear and you did that algorithm, it's quite likely that you'll end up with the correct side on one side on the right and the other on the rear, in which case make sure they're in that position to the right and rear, do the algorithm again, and you'll end up with them all correct like this. Okay. What we now want to concentrate on is the corners. Please don't worry at this time about the orientation of the yellows or the colours. What we want to do is make sure that the right corner piece is in the right corner. Well, let's look at this. Here we have the orange and blue corner, and we've got green and red. Well, that's no good, is it? That's wrong. Here we have orange and green. Ooh, we've got orange and green. That's in the correct corner. The yellow's not positioned, it's not orientated correctly, but that is in the correct corner, orange and green. Let's look at this. Oh, this should be green and red, but it's not, it's blue and red. That is in the wrong position. And this should be blue and red, but it's not, it's blue and orange. That's in the wrong position. So what you have to do now is to turn the cube so that a correct corner is in the bottom right hand here, down here. Not the top left or top right or bottom left, bottom right here. If you've got more than one correct corner, it doesn't matter which one you use. Here we've only got one that is in the correct corner. So we'll put this in the bottom right hand corner. We're now going to do another algorithm. This is a simple one, believe me. Write this one down again and put next to it to sort out the corner colors. To sort out the corner colors. So we've got the green and orange corner. That's correct. And we're going to do this algorithm. UR, UL, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. U, RU, both anti-clockwise. L. And again, I remember it by just accentuating the anti-clockwise moves. So I say to myself, UR, UL, U, RU, L. Just helps me to remember it. Let's now apply that algorithm. We now turn U clockwise, screwing in, R clockwise, screwing in, U anti-clockwise, unscrewing, and L anti-clockwise, unscrewing. Then the second half of it, U clockwise, screwing in, R anti-clockwise, unscrewing, U anti-clockwise, unscrewing, and then L clockwise. Now remember, when we started this algorithm, we had the orange and the green in the correct corner, and it is still there. That hasn't moved. Let's see if any others in the correct position. Well, we've got orange and blue, and it should be green and red, so that's wrong. We've got red and green, but it should be red and blue. That's wrong. That's red and orange, and that's red and blue, so that's wrong. Never worry. Turn the cube again so that the correct corner is at the bottom right hand side. And we're going to do the algorithm again, which is U clockwise, R clockwise, U anti-clockwise, L anti-clockwise, U clockwise, R anti-clockwise, U anti-clockwise, L clockwise. Right, let's have another look. Orange and green still in the correct corner. That's good. Hey, up, look at this. Red and green, and it's orientated correctly. Perfect. That's just what we want. That's in the right position and the right way up. Look at this. We wanted blue and red, and we've got blue and red. Don't worry about that being the wrong way up, but it's in the right corner. And here we have orange and blue, orange and blue. That's in the right corner. Well, we're nearly there. 3 of these corners need to be adjusted so that the yellow's on the top. And we do this by doing the last algorithm, which is a simple algorithm, believe me. This is the only time you'll be using the bottom. And this is the algorithm. R anti-clockwise, B anti-clockwise. R clockwise, B clockwise. Write that one down, okay? So let's do that. It's right anti-clockwise, B anti-clockwise, right clockwise back up to where it was, and then B clockwise back up to where it was. Hasn't solved the problem, so we do it again. We do right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. It's easier if you just hold the cube there, then you won't be moving the wrong sides. Still not right, so we do it again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, and bottom clockwise. Still not sorted out. Oh dear. But here's a little hint, just a little hint for you. When you get to this situation and you see the yellow there, you know this is going to be the last time we do this algorithm for this corner. Here we go again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise back up, and bottom clockwise to where it was. Look what's happened. Yellow's on the top, orange, orange, blue, blue. That's correct. What we need to do now is to move another incorrect corner to the bottom right. Don't turn the cube, hold the cube, but turn just the top layer, and we're going to deal with this one. So we turn that to the bottom right hand corner, and we're going to do that algorithm again. So it's right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. And you'll find that what I tend to do is I'll start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, because you're doing it so many times. So it's right, 1, bottom, 2, right, 3, back up, bottom, 4. Still not right. Let's do it again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. Hey up, look at this. There's the yellow. It's waiting. This is going to be the last one. Here we go again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, and bottom clockwise. Look, yellow. Don't worry about that. That is in the correct position. What we're going to do now, again, is to turn another incorrect corner. That's incorrect. We're going to turn that to the bottom right. Okay. Let's do the algorithm again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. Still not sorted. Let's do it again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. Not sorted yet. Let's do it again. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. Hey up, look, there's the yellow. It's waiting. This is going to be the last one. Here we go. Right anti-clockwise, bottom anti-clockwise, right clockwise, bottom clockwise. Let's turn the top layer and look what we've got. A completed Rubik's Cube. I hope it worked for you. Good luck. Thanks for watching.